The Toronto Real Estate Board puts out a report called the Market Watch. This is an important report that comes out every month that shows statistics and data and trends on what's going on in the Toronto real estate market as well as the Greater Toronto Area real estate market. The November report just came out, and I want to show you why, if you're an Oakville buyer, if you're somebody who's looking to buy in Oakville, why this important information is crucial for you to see and why it's a buying opportunity in Oakville. So let's get into the numbers because the numbers don't lie. It's easy for me to say, now's a great time to buy, you should buy. But when you actually see the numbers and you see what's going on, it gives you an indication of truly what's happening. So there's a lot of data in this report. It can be really confusing for people who are not overly analytical. But to kind of, simplify things, I'm going to just highlight on some key areas of this report. So if we just take a simple look over here on the right hand margin, we see the sales activity. So this is sales activity in the Toronto Real Estate Board, which encompasses different areas, of course, of the GTA. So we've got November 2025 and we've got November 2024. This shows us that the sales activity from 2024 November has gone down and it decreased. There were 5,947 units sold in November 2024, and in November 2025, there were 5,010. So that's a decline in the amount of sales. If we look at average price has declined as well. In November 2024, an average price was 1.110 million, and we've seen a decline in November 2025 of 1,039,000. So we see a decline year over year in sales activity. There's fewer sales, and we see a decline in actual price as well. The prices are dropping. So let's take a look specifically at Oakville. Again, there's lots of data in here. We could spend hours on this video, but I want to go right to what's relevant for people who are looking at Oakville, for people who are buyers. Maybe you live in Mississauga, Etobicoke, Brampton, Toronto, wherever you are. You may have your eye on Oakville and you may be kind of analyzing the market or starting a research and seeing, uh, what makes sense of this market. So let's get right into it. So here we've got a breakdown of Halton. This is Oakville here. And if we scroll to the right-hand side here, we see detached sales for November. So let's take a look at Oakville specifically. So for Oakville in November, 118 detached homes were sold. We're going to take a look, not at every column again, we're going to look at the most relevant columns. The average price of a detached home in Oakville, 1.887. The median price, 1.695. But here is what I want to focus on. Look at the number of active listings for detached homes. 545 listings in Oakville. Now look at the top three here. 1, 2, 3. If we scroll over, we can see that 3 above is Milton, Halton Hills, and Burlington. So there's a lot of active listings in Oakville for detached homes, more than Halton Hills, more than Burlington, and more than Milton. So simple, economics tells us with regards to supply and demand, if we have a lot of supply, that's going to affect the demand and that's going to affect the prices. So with a lot of listings, you have the opportunity as a buyer to put downward pressure on prices. So this is evidence that it is a clear buyer's market and you have leverage on your side when you're out negotiating. So that's one statistic I want to show you. Another one here is, we're going to skip this actually. This is Toronto. We want to go to Oakville again. So this is semi-detached in Oakville. This one was a good one when I was reviewing it. So in November, 4 sales of semi-detached homes. And if we look at the average price, $1,036,000. and 1,064,000 for median price. If we look at new listings, there's 9. If we look at active listings, there's 24. Now, here's the most glaring thing that I see here. We've got the average price of $1,036,000 and a median price of $1,084,000. I get questions daily from buyers who are looking to purchase in Oakville. They're looking at either townhomes, semi-detached, detached homes, and several times a week, I have conversations with people about College Park and the value of semi detached homes in College Park and your ability right now to acquire a semi detached home for the mid 800s. Now, look at the average price. The average price is $1,036,000. That's in November. So if you focus strategically on the right areas with the right knowledge, you can get some great purchases right now as a buyer in Oakville. So mid 800s, you can acquire semi-detached in College Park when the average semi-detached price of a sale for semi-detached in Oakville is $1,036,000. So again, this is using data and numbers to show you um, why it's a glaring buyer's market and why there's so much opportunity right now. So this is townhomes. So if we look at Oakville, 48 sales in November. We look at average price, 1,053,000. Median price is 977,000. Now, again, what's most glaring here again is the amount of active listings. 154 active listings right now compared to 74, 22, and 39 in the rest of Halton. And again, supply and demand. If there's a lot of supply, that's going to put downward pressure on the demand. That's going to put downward pressure on townhomes. So you're in a strong negotiating position as a buyer with so many townhomes on the market. You're in the driver's seat as a buyer. And I think we're going to do one more. Let's take a look at condos. So Oakville, we've got condo townhouses actually. So 16 sales in November, 701 and 668 were the average price and median price. New listings 33, active listings 69. Again, if we want to 1, 2, 3. We take a look here. Over here, 131. That's a lot. That's in Burlington. But taking a look here at the condo townhomes opportunity, when I look at these numbers here, um, there was a unit that just came up in College Park, a 3-bedroom condo townhome for 650,000, 650. So that's below the average price and that's below the median price. So opportunity there. So there's opportunity everywhere when we look at this market and when we look at the numbers. It's a strong buyer's market. Prices have come down. Nobody has a crystal ball in terms of where things go from here. But when we look at the data, we can just see that there's massive opportunity. Let's take a look over here. So Oakville, this is condos, condo apartments sales in November, 37 sales, 577 average price, 492 median price, new listings 92, active listings 248. And if we take a look here, 1, 2, 3, that's a lot of listings. Burlington has a ton here too, 207 active listings. So again, with supply and demand, you've got 248 active listings of condos in Oakville. So as a buyer, you're in the driver's seat. You've got the negotiating power with so many active listings out there, so you can push prices downwards in the negotiation with sellers. So there you have it. Looking at the data, it's very evident, very clear that it's a strong buyer's market, and this data supports that. Not only with detached homes, with semi-detached, with townhomes, condos, there's buying opportunities everywhere, and you can use this data to help guide you to what the correct price is in order to bid on a home, so that you accurately put in a price that makes sense into a home that you're going to be able to stay there for a long period of time. That's it for today. We'll see you in the next video.